What's good, y'all? Hope you guys are doing well. Today we got a cool shave in store. We'll be trying out the Carbon CX Titanium. This was graciously loaned to me by my buddy Jack from over at the Virtual Groom Room, so shout out to him for letting me borrow this. I believe this weighs 51 grams. I'm just gonna take it apart. It's already loaded. Just want to show you the base plate. Wow, it's really on there. There you go. Yeah, so that's the base plate. It's just some dirt, but yeah, you can see this is the plus plate. Now the plus plate, there's like 4 different plates. You have the regular 0.68 gap, the plus, which I think is 0.88, and then it's like 1.08 for the plus plus, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then you have the minus plate, which has negative blade exposure, I believe. So yeah, this is it. You guys have seen this on my channel before. I had the stainless steel. I thought it shaved really well, but it had a little bit too much blade feel for me for daily shaves. But yeah, that's kind of the branding. It says Carbon Tie. Where does it say that? Tie machined in the USA 2021. So he dates it. Cool. And then this is the R2 handle. I really like it. I'm not crazy about the look per se, but it's super comfortable, easy to hold. So we have a, hold on, where's the top cap? Okay, so we have a Persona 74 loaded. I just want to show you the top cap before I do that. Yeah, very nice. It's, like I said, it only weighs 51 grams, so it's very light. I did have a shave with it yesterday, and I was very pleased with it. Had much less blade feel than the 0.68, and that was kind of like my main issue. It was just too much blade feel for not enough efficiency. So yeah, we'll be going with my Varlet Everset K2. We are loaded up with Australian Private Reserve Torchwood. So let's get into the shave. To me, the scent smells like boozy, alcoholic lemonade. No one agrees with me on this. I've talked to many people who have it back when he was still making soaps, and yeah, no one agrees with that. Nevertheless, it's not my favorite base, but it's a nice scent. Cool, I'm just painting in water at this point. Get it nice, hydrated, and then working the lather a little bit. I think overall, the Varlets have pretty much become my favorite overall brushes. I feel like they're the full package, whereas the Black Eagles, they're fantastic brushes, but they vary so widely between resin, handle shape, and they're much harder to get, whereas the Varlets, you can kind of get them. They're starting to float around more and more on buy-sell trade groups, and you can obviously order directly from the artisan. So I don't know, I'm just finding these are slowly becoming my favorite overall brushes from top to bottom. Yeah, I'm picking up a leathery, musky accord now. It's different. But yeah, this razor, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna pick it up months ago, titanium, give it a second chance with the plus plate or the minus. I know Ken from Shave 326 is a big fan of this razor, and I don't know if you guys watch Zach Likes to Shave. He also seems to be a big fan of it. I mean, if he sold his BBS 1 and kept that, that kind of says something alone, right? Lather in my ear. Cool. All right, we're gonna call it for the lather here. It's hydrated enough, it'll do the job, right? Cool. Didn't take too long. All right, 7th use on the Persona 74, first pass. So I used this yesterday and I was very pleased with how it felt with the grain and across the grain. I'll probably do a side-by-side with the Blackbird Titanium. I know some people would be interested to see that, so I'm also a little bit curious myself. Off the bat, I could say, without you having to watch that, I could say this has less blade feel. Yes, it's definitely smoother. I don't know if smoother is the right word, actually. It's just less blade feel. Because the Blackbird is pretty smooth, even though it has more blade feel. What I do feel is I could kind of do these buffing strokes more comfortably with this, maybe. At least with the grain and across the grain. I'll get into the against the grain pass when I get to it. But nevertheless, I had a fantastic shave with it yesterday. The razor feels really well balanced in the hand. It's just super comfortable to hold. If I want to hold it like this and go up or down, I can hold it from the middle, or I can hold it from the top. The knurling is just really good. So whether you're on the camp that thinks it's ugly or it looks dope, I could say it's very functional. But yeah, like I said, I had zero irritation. I was BBS for like a good, I don't know, 8 hours or something. I didn't really keep track, but we're only on a day's growth now, so we don't have a ton of growth, but all right, nice. So yeah, now we'll go across the grain here. So I'm finding that it actually feels really nice. Like I said, I could go over the same area more than once and it'll feel really comfortable. I won't get any irritation from that. One gripe I might have is at least going off feel on the face. I feel like the blade rigidity, how well the blade is clamped, could be a little bit better on this razor. I would say it's most noticeable against the grain. With the grain and across, it's completely fine. Not even noticeable at all. But what I will say is this gap and head geometry just works perfect for me. The 0.68 gap, it has a more positive exposure and a smaller gap, and although that works for me in razors like the Paradigm Diamondback, that razor with the 0.68 just didn't work for me. The Plus Plate does work for me, absolutely. It feels like a different razor. It's just a different razor. And the fact that it's titanium too, so that kind of might play a role. But what I was gonna say is, yeah, the points in the Plus Plate has a less exposure and a larger gap. So as you go up in gaps through carbon, you go down in exposure, which is kind of interesting. I don't think anyone else really does that. A lot of the times, like the Murmasa, for example, the Tataros, they increase both the gap and the exposure, whereas with the carbon, he's kind of offsetting that increasing gap with less exposure. So what you're getting is, in theory, you could be getting less blade fuel with more efficiency. There's so many factors that go into that, so it's not necessarily the case here, but I think I'm either getting similar efficiency to the 0.68 or more than the 0.68. with this plus 0.88 gap. But I'm definitely getting less blade feel. Yeah, the efficiency I would say is like average. It's pretty good. I would say it's on par with maybe something like the 0.84 Game Changer, maybe a little bit more. I haven't used that razor in over a month, so you can take that how you will. Yeah, so I think against the grain, I'd say it's about as smooth as like my my stainless steel WR2 Wolfen. It's got like, it doesn't have the best blade clamping in the world, but it's more than good enough. So after using this is my second time, I would have probably no trouble at all recommending this razor to anyone that's shopping for one. It's kind of a cruise control razor, whereas the 0.68 I had to really pay attention. Maybe the titanium 0.68 would have been different for me, but I wouldn't even want to try it after trying this. This one just works. I'd be curious to try the minus or the plus blade, not really the 0.68 anymore. Just gonna feel around here. We're just doing cleanups at this point. So yeah, it's not the super crazy efficient. I would say it's about average or a little bit above average. It kind of, yeah, maybe it's like, maybe just a step down from the Blackbird and the P076. I'll know more in my comparison. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit beneath the Blackbird, but the Blackbird is just like crazy. But this is pretty efficient. Like I could use this as a daily or every 2 days or 3 days, and I'll get BBS in a 3-pass shave every single time. So there's that. Just rinsing off. So yeah, so that's pretty much the razor. I really like the weight and balance of it. Blade feel for me is like perfect. It's about mid-aggressive. Let me just rinse my face off. Yeah, so as you can see, I have really no irritation at all, I don't think. Didn't miss a spot though. All right, cool. Yeah, so pretty good shave, man. Can't really complain at all. Great razor. I'll be finishing it up with my Colbeck Chatillon Luxe Splash. It's got some menthol on it, and it is summer, so. Yeah, all in all, great shave. No complaints about this razor. I feel like the blade rigidity could be a little bit better, but I would say it's like on par with like the Wolfman, where it's with razors like the Blunt razor. I haven't used it on this channel yet, but I own it. I feel like it's a little bit more solid, whereas like the carve geometry doesn't really work for me. I might revisit it, but I feel like this head geometry is just really, really good. Yeah, who knows, maybe I'll buy it one day. It's pretty nice. No complaints. Yeah, that's for the shave, carbon, APR Torchwood, Varlet, and that's it for the shave. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.